Hey, Cajun Kev. Old Brad's having a good old laugh over there. I love Brad's laugh. I just, when he laughs, you almost have to laugh with him. Oh, elbow, elbow, elbow. You just, you just proved what a total imbecile you really are. I can't. Brad's laughing over in Caston. It's cracking me up. Oh, I can't. He's contagious. Oh my goodness. Hey, Laura. Hey, everybody. Oh, what would we do without our Brad Silver Dog, Yeah, me too, Brad. Me too. Aloha, Penny. Oh, yeah, it's amazing. The script just makes, it went full circle. It's almost making a crazy eight now. You connect all the circles together and you have a crazy eight, you know? Uh, I have to watch the full version of Brad's last comment because he got me laughing too. But elbow. Um, Here I'm trying to. For some reason, my last stream, the side chat didn't come up, and even when I went over and made sure that that option was correct, it is. So I'm not sure um, what I can do. You're so scared, Kev. Why? What are you scared of? What are you scared of? Oh, is that our Elvis? Come on now, you got to do what I asked you to do, just so we know, even one time, because you know you actually used punctuation this time, and yeah, Leanie, exactly. He has to own the copyright to his name. Okay, thanks. Before he can claim copyright. And somebody, I think it was it you, Stitching Girl? And if I'm wrong, please correct me. That's all right. That said that Vinny G already copy has a copyright on the name Elvis Travels. And somebody needs to I would love to get a yes or no answer from Vinny. But I remember when he trademarked his name. How can you claim a trademark first off when it's a very popular, I mean it's one of the biggest names in music history, the name Elvis. And then just because you tack travels onto it. Um I wonder if the name Elvis is actually trademarked by the estate. And I wonder if the estate knows about this POS Elbo using the king's name. Not him, the king, the other king. Um, Tracy, he is. He is. On so many fronts, he's breaking TOS. Well, it's been the weekend now, and, I think people are finally getting back to their jobs, and there's probably they're going to be Monday going in to YouTube, LLC, or Google, or whoever it is, and they will see how many just automatic strikes there were, and they frown upon that. You have permission from the estate. Yeah, right. Like I have permission to use my name. But anyway, you have to own a copyright to a person, a thing, an entity in order to claim copyright. You have to have that filed with the United States Trade Commission. Is Elbo trademarked? I don't know. Maybe I should look into that. But yeah, and he can't even. Don't even say he's a tribute artist, because the real Elvis would be turning. You know, hey Olivia, aloha. Oh, I love it, Olivia. Oh, yeah, it has to be listed with the government. Yes. And then you can sue for infringement. And the only reason YouTube has that the ability to copyright strike, because they're not judging, they're not making decisions. They're taking the video down until for the owner of said video to claim copyright. And in order to claim copyright after YouTube has taken that video down, you have 10 days in order to submit your written filed complaint with the courts. And if you don't do that within 10 days, your copyright claim is invalid and the video goes back up. Pretty simple. YouTube doesn't have any hand in making decisions if they're copyright, if it's a legitimate copyright or not. And it's mostly for big corporations, and mostly for musical artists for using their music in a video. And if you've ever had a video that's had music in it, and they'll give you a warning to take it down. And if not, then they will take it down after the owner of that music, be it a record label, you know, yeah, I guess it would be or an actual artist, to lay claim to that. But after that 10 days, the videos go right back up. And you can try to do it again and again, but all he's doing is drawing attention to himself from YouTube. And he's not playing by the terms of service. And the terms of service say that if you misuse the copy claim, that you can have your channel demonetized or completely shut down. Now, if that happens to him, he's already had one channel taken down from terms of service. And actually, somebody was so kind into on my last video to send me a link to his whatever Elvis Travel, Assyrian King, whatever it was, you know. And so I have that in my hand. So I can send that to, or link it to, in a complaint to YouTube to look into it, and they will. Yes, people have been demonetized. Yeah, when they think that that's a tool for them to use and abuse. Well, you can do that, sure, but you're going to pay the consequences, and the consequences are demonetization. And oh, let's see, are we allowed to drink? Oh, absolutely, I encourage it. But hey, Brad, we had you over in cast. Your laugh today got me going. I laughed so hard it brought a tear to my eye. But yeah, so that's, yes, truthfully, TT Trisha did it. And she paid the price too, because she thought she was invincible. She thought because she made money for YouTube, she's untouchable. Well, Elbow, when you only make $300 a month from your AdSense, you're not that big of a fish. Matter of fact, you aren't even a guppy. You're not even a tadpole. You're merely one sperm cell in millions. So don't think that because nothing's happened to you yet, that it won't. Because newsflash, you're on their radar now. We didn't do that. You did it. And that's why all of my videos are back up. Because let him try to strike me again. Because if he does, it's retaliatory. And I'll win it anyway. Now that I know what to do, he's already tried that once with me. And he's trying to blackmail Rosie now, telling her she better do this or that, or he's going to go to court. That's blackmail. That's shakedown. That's not okay. I'm not sure what it's probably a federal offense, actually. You know. Yes, Brad is. And 2 years, yeah. Yep. So, when he wants to talk all big and bad, all he's doing is he's poking the bear. And if this is all scripted, well, the script's not going to work again. It's just not. Hey, Jan, aloha. Let's see, I'm missing something there. Yeah, and his I'm not even going to talk too much about his hatred for women, because he just makes a total ass of himself. But that's why he'll die alone and lonely. If he wants to have those views about life and women, let him have him. He's the one missing out on the beauty of having a woman's love, or man's for that matter. He's the lonely one. He's the one that he's only has YouTube left. He doesn't know how to make friends. And when he does make a friend, all he ever does is just shit on him. So he can go ahead and spew all that woman hate he wants, because it's out there. It'll always be out there. His opinion is out there. Interstate extortion, there you go. Yep. Yeah, that too, Jessica Jennifer, right. He wants to live in the old ways, the way that his ancestors did. Well, then if you want to live that way, go back to Iraq. If you want to have a servitude for a woman, or have a woman for your servitude, then go back to the old country. Because frankly, in America, it don't fly no more. At least not that I've ever seen. There are women who know that if they're in that situation, that's their choice. But he's just gonna die old and lonely if he gets old, because the way he shovels shit into his mouth, and the absolute unhealthy ways that he doesn't drink water. He drinks sugary shit all the time. I don't think he's ever eaten a fresh vegetable. And sits behind his steering wheel all day. Doesn't do anything. That is a recipe for an early death. And his mother and father both had diabetes or have diabetes. So keep drinking those sugary drinks at night. Let it sit in your stomach where it's not being digested, and And somebody else gave me a link to Wanderlust Estates interview, the infamous interview in the Walmart garden section. If you go into my comments on my last video, the link is there. And what I'd seen bits and pieces of it before, but I hadn't seen the whole thing. And whoever did that, I thank you for that. Because what I noticed was standing off in the shadows is his little sidekick Narsa. And actually, if you look, and that's been 5 years ago, if you look at that, he's about 100 pounds, maybe 120, maybe even 130 pounds more now than he was then. He only had 2 chins then, now he has 3 or 4. I mean, he doesn't even have a neck anymore, for that matter. I mean, good God, he's 5'6" and he wears a 4X. He's as wild, he's big around as he is tall. And he's the one who said this. He's the one who said that this is a 3X suit, but I really wanted the 4X. Well, give it another week and you won't be even to be able to fit into those. Well, I'm not even going to comment on that guy because I don't even know him. I've never even watched his channel, Wanderlust. I've never seen his channel or anything. I don't really care. But I just thought it was interesting. You've been losing weight? What'd you do? Cut off an arm? Yeah, he does Stitching Girl. If he even sits down with that suit on. Well, Ice Tecker, the day is young. He still has time to quit once again. That's another ignorant backwoods wannabe relevant human beings. I need a scorecard to keep track of how many times Richie Riches quit YouTube. Yeah, they are too small. They were too small when he got it. He busted the button on the vest the first time he wore it. I mean, just because something's on the clearance rack doesn't mean you should buy it. And if he thinks he's got any fashion sense, what is he trying to impress? Teletubbies or something? Because I have my plane ticket. I've had my plane ticket since January. My plane ticket was for May. But we all know what happened between January and May. The COVID. So I have my first class ticket. Thankfully, I had enough foresight to cancel it as soon as I saw the lockdown go down. I got 80% back. That's fine. I just have to rebook it in a year. So no big deal. Hopefully it won't be another year before I can go home. So that's where he fails again. Trying to say that, oh, donate to her, give her PayPal. How many of you have ever seen me put up a PayPal link? I'll wait. That's right. None. I did it one time on my birthday. I did it another time. I don't even know I didn't even put the link out there. We got together on Cast and we decided to see if we could trigger him. And we did. We did fake donations. You know, and we really played it up. Some of you were in on it, some of you weren't. But I explained it the next day. And we got a big trigger out of him. He's all rah, 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 rah. But you know, and thinks I need money for the repairs on my truck. I don't have repairs on my truck or needed money for repairs. Well, let's see, I spent $3,500 at one place to get this part fixed. I mean, and all in all, I probably paid close to $5,000 or $6,000 in the past 10 months from the beginning of the year till now to have everything fixed on my truck because I decided I wasn't going to trade it in for a new one. I'm just going to keep it. And I had to do regular maintenance on it. Regular maintenance costs money. That's when you fix things that might need to be fixed. Fix them before it leaves you stranded. So, I don't need your money. He don't need your money. And like I said the other day, if you want to donate, donate to the American Red Cross. Donate to the ASPCA. Donate to your local schools, your teachers, who are going to have a hard enough time with this distance learning thing. Matter of fact, I had an extra laptop. I found a family who needed one, and I gave it to them. You know, for their kid for school because they didn't know what they were going to do. But a lot of the schools now and Apple actually donate tablets to kids, which I didn't know, and I think that's great. But yeah, you know, he is so desperate that he is trying things that may have worked in the past, you know, tooth scam, repair scam, I need to go see my mom scam. And that's another thing, Elbo. How dare you? How dare you call me out when you don't even go see your own mother? And she is in the same town you are. Why don't you go see your mother once in a while? Oh, that's right. That would take effort on your part. And why haven't you seen other family members? Oh, let me guess. Because probably they told you don't come back around. Because if you're anything like you are on here to your family, yeah, there's a reason. The solar scam, yes. Food bank, yeah, you know, his mother's in lockup. No, she's not. He was locked out because of the COVID, and they should keep him out. For all we know, he's a super spreader, you know? They're not people in homes like that. They're not letting people, and that's where we have the clusters right now. We have them in our jail system, and we have them in our rehabilitation centers and one of our long-term care facilities. So you are the real Elvis Travels? Prove it. Prove it! Oh, look there! I have 100 people watching. Hey, Elbo, little old me. I got more than 10% of my subscribers watching. Can you get 10% of your subs talking? No. You're lucky to get 100 in there anymore. And the only reason you had more than 100 is because you opened it to free chat. But are you getting anywhere there? No, because nobody's donating to you anyway. They could care less if you don't have something to eat today. They don't care less if something's broke on your van. Because you're a big boy. You should be able to figure this out on your own. Well, that's probably right, Gerald. It's probably right. Let's see, be honest. Would you take at least I wouldn't get next to that with a 10-foot pole for fear of bugs jumping on me. Are you kidding? Ew. Ew. It needs to have a health department sticker on it, say uninhabitable. That's what it needs. Yeah, he opened the chat for Super Chat. And what he does, he contradicts himself in the same breath. You know, I'm never gonna do free chats anymore. They're not profitable. Well, you're right, they're not profitable. You just proved that. Hey, Ricardo. Jan, there you go. He can go live and park his van with his little minion, his little confused minion, who is right there, Johnny on the spot, to give him a 69 whenever he asks for it. But he's not once said what his plan for the winter is. Oh, wait a minute. Well, maybe I'll go with my sisters, blah, blah, blah. Your sisters don't want you hanging around all winter long. Stop. Yeah, I've seen it before. Yeah. Yep. And that's another loser who needs to have a welfare check done. Because what he did to his mom the other night was despicable. Crying to her like a little 12-year-old, but mom, I'm live. Mom, I'm live. Ridiculous. Well, there's certain people who know his address. I can't do it. I don't know his address, or I would. But since he has brothers and sisters, maybe they should be informed on what he's doing and how he's negatively affecting their parents' home. I mean, I just hope they're kind of hard of hearing because he stands in the garage screaming like a banshee, you know. And he's talking about other people doing stuff to his family. Well, maybe he'll better look in the mirror once in a while and see what he's doing to his family. Hey, Kevin and Ace, hold down the fort. I gotta take Waddy out for a second. Okay, where were we? Yeah, I hear that in my sleep. You're done. You're done. Hey, Cobra John, aloha. There you go, kitten cat. Try as he might. He still can't. And he's another one who wants everybody but himself to solve his problems. You know? Who was picking on you, Kev? That's not nice. Oh, I guess I should be. My Cindy's not here to tell me. Oh, good grief. Hold on, I'm trying to. Oh, I guess I have to do that every time. Okay, well, now I know. All right. Hold on, guys. My laptop's kind of slow. I wish I had my tablet back. But I don't. Well, you guys, are you guys being serious or are you laughing at each other? Okay. Protect you. You're protected. That's all I can do. You have more control over the side chat than I do, Kev. Because I'm not even where I can do a timeout. Oh, good grief. And why is it not loading? Okay. Gee, it only took me 10 minutes to get to the right page. If you guys are playing, just your guys are playing. Okay. Okay. Because sometimes sarcasm doesn't translate to the written word. So sometimes I have to ask myself, what you mean? But that way I get everything right. You know, I try not to assume things because we all know where that gets you. Well, let him, you know, he said 129, you know, and like I said yesterday before when he did his little rant about Rosie and me and God, whoever else, I said then that the reason he went after Rosie first is because he probably got back the appeal, and now he has to go file the papers, which he'll never do. First off, he doesn't have the knowledge to fill out a formal, and those copyright ones. It's not like a stay away order. Oh no, because a copyright is a federal statute, which you have to file in federal court. He probably doesn't even know how to do it. And he says he has the Assyrian attorneys working for him for free. Newsflash, Elbo. No attorney works for free. And especially on a copyright that you don't have a copyright to. You're so dumb. That's why I titled this, You're Even Dumber Than We Thought. Why don't you just stop now and save a little face? Go retract all those so you don't look like the total dick you really are. I mean, come on. All you're doing is you're flexing your itty bitty muscles, your little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms that can't reach anything else, and trying to, think you have power over people. You don't even have power over yourself. The man who has to sit behind his steering wheel and beg people, $1, $2, $3, anything can happen. Here's my PayPal, blah, 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 blah. It's old. You're old. The game is old. We're getting tired of it. Why do you think nobody watches you anymore? You're irrelevant. You don't bring one bit of content. You can call it that all you want, but it's not. And all you've done was proven what a jerk, what an imbecile, what an idiot you really are. No, Doc, it's not. That's our Elbo. And we know the difference. Yeah, Gerald, exactly. And amazingly, he did that while she's on a road trip, going at her throat. She'll be smart just to keep her mouth shut, just let it go. Let him spew all the bullshit he wants out of his own mouth, because all he's doing is he's proven that he believes what his handlers tell him. Yeah, that's our fake Elvis. Hey, Wolf Dad, aloha. Well, he tried that the other day, Cobra John. I got a toothache. I don't know if it's a bad tooth, blah 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 blah. But then he has a broken front tooth. Well, we want to know. And one of the theories that was kicked around is that he pissed off Janet and Janet popped him in the mouth. Because if anybody in the family could, she could. If you know what I mean. Yes. I'll put it. Yeah. Let me get over to that page. I'm just going to put it in the side chat and, whatever. There you go, Ace. Yeah, I saw that, Doc. That looked painful. Ouch. Ouch, you are. Hold on, Doc. Let me get to Ace up here. Wrench you up upside your head, maybe. Yes, Laura, I do. The hairy jumpsuit or the hairy jogging suit. Yeah, I do. Actually, I think I might get one and send it to Hoppy. Ace, come in, Ace. Yeah, yeah, Joseph, right? Is it froze up? What is it doing here? Oh, Ace, where are you? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, that's Crazy Head. That's our Elvis, and we know it's him, and we know the difference between him and the real one, because the real one can't spell for his life. Hey, Shaza, aloha. Hey, Jay Berlin, aloha. Something. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I got my blood pressure raised a little bit last night, just about sunset. I went to take Waddy out and rounded the corner of the house and see a little baby piggy. I didn't think too much of it. Waddy was growling at it and stuff. And as I rounded around the side of the house and then out to the grass, well, Big Mama come running after me. um, with snorting and snarking and I just about shit my drawers. And I didn't like it. Poor Waddy, all he wanted to do was fight. But she was probably, she must have been 120, 130 pounds. And do you need it again, Ace? Did you get the first one or do I need to send it again? Oh, there is another one in here? Oh, then I'm not even paying attention to him. So apparently the other one isn't saying anything offensive. Oh, good grief. Yeah, pineapple and pig. Yeah. Yep. I knew what you meant the first time. I do that all the time too. Good grief. Yeah, they are very dangerous, especially when they got babies. And I haven't seen the mama pig, months now. I've seen the baby ones because they got on the other side of the fence before they got too big. And but she had like two different litters. She had real young ones about 5-pounders. And then there's 2 more with her that were about 40 or 50 pounds. So no, you're not the real Ace. Sorry, wrong Ace. Let me know if that's you, please, and what picture you're using. Well, the pics, it's not. I didn't think it was you. Yep. Sorry. Nice try, but sorry. Just like that. You're back. Oh shit. You didn't have your picture on it, did you? Tell me what picture. Okay, come in again. Because I thought you were using a different picture. See, that's why I don't want to put the link out in the side chat. Oh, there is another Ace in here? Oh, well. Then if that's the real Ace, come back in. No, I didn't give him the boot. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a dork, okay? I'll be the first one to admit it. I'm on the Big Island. Oh. Mm. Yeah. You gotta let me know when you do that, Ace. Come on now. Sometimes it takes me a minute to catch up, but I will catch up. Come back in. Because the only way I know it's you is you have a wrench. And I don't see another unwrenched Ace in here. So. That's all I do is hold on. I don't know. No, maybe I should, Kev. No, you don't want to see that. Trust me. No, I can't tell you the last time I've had any alcohol of any kind. I just don't like it.
All right, am I here?
Are you there?
I'm here.
Yay!
In my own world, I'm here. All right, then. All righty, then. Let's
See,
talk
I could laugh at myself more than anybody else because I know I'm a ditz, okay?
Well, that's fine.
It is fine.
We've gotten used to it and the snorting and everything else. I mean,
Right?
so it's all good.
It's all good.
So, let's talk a little bit deeper about what he's done to himself, shall we?
Yes, shall we?
Okay, so he's flagged. He expects 129 people to show up at his supposed hearing. I'll have him know that and I'm gone. No, I'm back. I don't having deja vu and amnesia at the same time. Oh, good Lord. Can you hear me?
I thought, yeah, I thought you skipped a word.
I probably did. I don't know. But anyway, let's look at this from this aspect. He has 129 outstanding flags.
Yes.
He hit one person 3 times. So that knocks it down to 128. So his math right there is off. But he's going to have like 5,000, lawsuits according to him. I believe that's what he said. Or am I incorrect?
No, that's probably a pretty round number.
Well, he only does round numbers. He can't do odd numbers. He does 2 and 2. And step up your game, Elbo. You need to start doing stuff exponentially since you love that word. And please let us know by midnight what it means.
Right?
Ask your handlers. But what he did is not only did he go after 128 people, at least, he pissed off the people that follow those people.
Yeah.
So he's not only offended the creators, he's offended the subs.
Yes. Collateral damage.
Yeah, they're all collateral damage. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. I mean, that's been proven.
Well, he didn't turn the page over because he didn't think you could write on the other side of the paper to see what the rest of.
Well, that's true.
What happens if you do abuse the copyright policy?
Yeah, the TOS.
Right. All I have to say is it's nice been knowing you. See ya later.
Yeah, and he really thinks in his head, I really believe he thinks in his head that he is going to get rid of every video that goes against him. And he's absolutely 110% wrong because there are so many of us that have them cataloged.
It's all fair use.
Yes.
He doesn't get that. I could play him right now, his whole video on here and get away, and it be within the terms of service because I'm commenting over it. I've changed it from its original form.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it takes. All it takes is to have his image with writing across it. Like, look how stupid you look in this pink lady suit. Those parodies. Nobody's going to think they're not parodies.
No, I mean, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, it's just that he's done this to me, so I went through the process, so I kind of know a little bit of what I'm talking about. I don't know everything, but I know what I had to do. Right. And all I had to do is answer it and put it back on him. That way YouTube washes their hands of it. They say after 10 days they're done. They have nothing to do with copyright. All they do is they eliminate the video, so they're not crossing a line.
Right.
But this policy was made for big corporations like Coca-Cola, the American Music Awards, all that stuff, for people to not use their material for their own gain. We're not gaining anything here, folks. We're not making any money off these parodies. We're not making any money off talking about him. There has to be getting something for, this for that. So,
right.
Hold on a second.
You just ain't too smart. All right, Dan. Hey, Jay. Yeah, I forgot to greet the side chat. Good evening, people. I don't want to be rude. Yeah, his membership's going down. He's gone back to being the a-hole that he, normally is, what he was born as, and that's just him. The immaturity people are the people that our members have in the last 2 days realized how immature he actually is. He's 38 years old. I'd swear he was probably 8 years old. He's not helping himself at all. And these threats we've seen for years. I've been watching them for 4.5 years. And there's a responsibility that I feel towards people that have come across him that they need to see the other side, the videos that he's made. He's made his own videos. He's been his own worst enemy. He's videoed his entire life. And when you bring it back on him, he's allergic to the truth. The truth to him is his kryptonite. It's his weakness. And that's when he gets really pissed off about it. That's why he hates Colleen. Yeah, poor people want to sue, and he's got no money for the attorneys. And my understanding is if he's going to sue these people, he has to go to their state, which means he has to retain a lawyer in every state that he's suing in. Yeah, Janet, you're right. He needs to be looking over his shoulder. He created this. This is all of his doing, not the trolls, his. And you're back.
Well, yeah, I'm back. Let me read up here a little bit.
I kind of feel like the intermission band. Yeah, really. I'm on the small stage. Please like me. Please like me.
Oh, he can't afford to go across the street, Divert. He just okay. That's my dyslexia kicking in, okay?
I'm gonna start snorting here in a minute. Oh, good God.
But yet, and he thinks that what he's saying holds any weight.
Right.
And he won't address fair use. He won't address, well, do you actually own the copyright to the name Elvis Travels? There's his first mistake right there, because Vinny G holds it.
Yep.
So good luck fighting the name Elvis Travels as your copyright. You don't own it.
Right. Exactly.
And Vinny G sure as hell isn't going to give it to you. So, yeah, it's that other information that's on the other side of that paper that he didn't know you could write on.
Exactly.
You turned in a test at school. You didn't finish it. Yeah, I did. Turned it over. Oh.
Our boy Elbo wants a link.
How
adventurous do you feel?
You need to send me an email first.
Or I can just play porn right now and get it over with.
Hey, now, if anybody's going to do porn, I'll do it. Okay? And I'm not going to, so we're all good. He just, I don't know where he gets this shit from. It's just recycled stuff from years ago. Well, he wants to adapt the information to fit his need. Right. His need right now is he needs to stir up a little drama. His channel's dying without drama. And what better way is to tell everybody you're striking them. Get everybody riled up. Yep. And it worked. It did. For the minute. Tomorrow, everybody will forget about it. because it's nonsense. And we all know that. And, you know, he's talking, I'll never work for a woman. Well, okay, then there it cuts out 40% of your job, you know, ability to do a job.
Right.
You know, what is he going to do? And that's always been my question. Okay, we all tell him to get a job. You need to get a job. What kind of job is he going to get? What is he qualified for?
Paperweight, doorstop.
What can he handle physically? What can he handle mentally? Won't work for women, so you know they're 40% right off the table there. Wants to do a job on his time. Okay, there's another 20%. So what is he actually going to do? I mean, there's not much call for porta potty jockey in the wintertime when there are no porta potties out. Okay.
Yeah, really.
Well, you know, they're always looking for him here in Hawaii because we're all in the septics here. You know, hey, it is an issue here.
Wolf Dad had a good idea.
Huh?
Wolf Dad had a good idea. Boris had mentioned that before. McFluffer.
Ew, no.
Yeah.
No, don't make me. Oh, my mind just went to an ugly place. He can be an asbestos taste tester. Okay. That will cure a lot of problems really quick. You know, he ruined his trucking job because he didn't want to work. And he was with somebody else, so he couldn't masturbate. So where's the fun in that? Well, you could pick pineapples in Hawaii. You're both kind of prickly, if you know what I mean.
Given that fact, if you couldn't masturbate, I would have quit that job.
Jeez, it's only for a 3-month training period. Come on. Can you just... No.
It was a fucking automatic. I've got a brother-in-law that drove truck for years. My nephew drives a truck. They're all, you know, they're all manual.
Yeah. When I learned to drive the log truck, I mean, I don't think I'd even driven a car with an automatic transmission yet. Because I think the first car we had that was automatic was my grandma's 1964 Delta, or is it Delta 98 Oldsmobile?
Oh, good God.
That thing was a freaking boat.
I was going to say it had to be like aircraft carrier size.
Oh yeah, and it had some accessories that you don't even find on cars today, like cigarette lighters and little arrows that you can put where if you go over a certain speed, it'll start buzzing.
Yeah.
Well, my sister and I were little shits. And we used to set it at about 45 miles an hour, so it didn't start buzzing until after she got on the freeway. First time it went off, I thought we were going to crash. You know, grandma behind, you know, this big old huge boat, and the little bratty grandchildren, you know, messed with her. It made her dashboard start going off, you know, and then we do it and then we get in trouble for it. Well, you guys can just iron the sheets and you guys can polish the silver when we get home.
Look up a little bit. Brendan Murphy left a great comment.
Let's see. One, it would be a hoot to see him as a greenhorn. As one of the crab boats. There you go. You know what? The Cornelia Marie is on her way to Honolulu right now. Actually, I think they're going to come here. Yeah, they spend a lot of their summertime here on the island. And one of our motorcycle clubs they ride with. The Halston, what are they? What's their last name is? Starts with an H. I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah, I saw that today on Facebook. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. So, but yeah, is a greenhorn pulling crab pots? I've done that too. Well, I watched it being done. I didn't do it. I was on the boat, but and let's see. Yeah, Delta. No, I think it was at the 98. The 88, the 98 was like the premiere, the Lincoln of the Oldsmobiles at the time. And it was kind of a metallic tan. And yeah, I just remember that thing being huge. You know, for one Halloween I was sick, so I got to lay down in the back of the car, and it's like I'm thinking, well, this is as big as my bed.
I'm sorry, you guys. I can't help laughing. Corky Girl had a good one right there.
I just saw it.
He was going to sell us
spit out my juice. Oh, geez. Hill Strands. That's it. Yes, thank you. Yeah, you know. And Joni will fight for her man. I mean, she was dissing on Tasha because she thought Tasha was a little bit of a, you know, suitor in her way. But then in the same 5-minute rant, she talks about, well, I'm de-transing. What the hell does that mean? You got to already be trans in order to be trans. I'm confused.
Weren't the only one. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, somebody said, well, and just, oh God, I'm going to censor myself.
Oh, come on. Just once.
Two bottoms don't work out. I'm sorry. It defies laws of nature.
Yeah. I don't know how to get past that one.
I'm serious.
I know.
But it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I'm just looking ahead. I'm just looking at the honeymoon, okay? You know, just thinking how the honeymoon's gonna happen. You know?
I need to see a therapist immediately. I can't get it out of my head now.
Did you get the flash? Did you get the flash in your head what it would be?
I did. And it's horrible.
Yes, two bottoms don't make a top. Yes.
Is it safe to
but three tops make a circle.
Is it safe to sandblast her brain?
Oh God.
I need a mental enema now.
No.
Get this shit out of my head. God. See, it always seems to be you, me, or anybody else on cast that comes up with this shit. Never completely.
I'm not afraid to play in the gutter. I'm not afraid to get dirty and play in the gutter. You know, it's amazing what you'll find down here.
Oh yeah, and cast is a pain in the ass, but it's also one of the best things that ever happened.
Yeah,
because he can't touch his hair.
Joni ripped her wig off. Tasha dared her to take her wig off, and she's only got. He looked like he had a yarmulke on.
Hold on, let me grab the link. I know where to get it.
Oh.
Yarmulke.
That's the one, Lindsay. That's the one.
Oh my God.
I watched it live and I'm busting a gut. I don't even know why I went to Streetlights. I don't even know what drew me there. But it was like, what crazy world did I just walk into? Right? And I'm just going, I'm confused as it is. But that was like, what?
That was like extra
confusing. Oh.
Hold on, I'm getting the link. I'm getting the short version.
What I was going to say when I had to take a second there, that people who have now been struck by Elvis, that's your Boyd card. If you've been struck by Elvis,
Yes,
you are an honorary member of Boyd.
You have arrived on YouTube.
You have arrived, yes.
All right, let me push the link.
Because it's like, he doesn't want to be a part of that community. Well, that's all that's there. You're not, there's nobody from the RV community in his side chat. Are you kidding? He doesn't talk about RVs. He talks about himself. He talks about his boo-boo that he has today. Either, oh, my tooth or my finger. Oh, my foot. Meh, meh, meh. You know, jeez.
All right, so there's the link, the short version.
It's golden.
It is. And I will say this to the people out there right now. If you want to sub to my channel, please don't. And I know that sounds weird because I don't publish things publicly anymore. It's posted on Twitter or it's done on another platform. So
he's just a name and a face. That's all. I mean, a name and a name and a face. Because we do everything on cast except like these live streams.
Right.
You know? And what's nice about the cast is, well, let me go back for a minute. If you think you want to be a part of cast, you have to go in and ask Joe King, 123. You have to get his permission. It's his channel. Exactly. We just direct people there. Don't ask me for a friend request because, like I said, I'm kind of a dork and I don't know how to set it up yet. I got to spend a little time on one of these rainy afternoons and do that. But go in under cast, go in under your YouTube name. If you don't go with your YouTube name and your avatar, you won't get in.
No.
Because we all draw a consensus on, hey, do you know this person? Hey, do you know that person? And it goes that way. So yes, Olivia, castaways unite. Dun, 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 dun.
But more so than that, what happens in cast stays there.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And we kind of get
oh, just say it.
Loose with our opinions.
Very loose.
Loose with our thoughts. We just let it go.
Well, I don't give a fuck on here. I don't give a fuck on there either. But,
well, you don't, but I do. You know.
Yeah, I know that.
You know me. I try to censor myself sometimes, and you talk me out of it.
Well, yeah, I serve a purpose, you know.
And then, then you pay for it after you finally get my thought.
And then I'm fucked afterwards with my pants up. Thanks.
Yeah.
Get no enjoyment out of it.
Oh, good grief. I consider all this, it's a live action cartoon. It really is.
It is.
There's a script and there's a structure. After that, we're all Griffins, okay? Some of us Megs, some of us Stewies, some of us Peter, but it is what it is. But yeah, when I'm having a bad day, all I have to do is jump on the cast if it's going, and I'm instantly in a better mood. And it's because we have fun. We don't take ourselves too seriously. At least I hope not.
No, and I think it's very cathartic.
Yeah, because you can vent.
Yeah.
And you can say what you want. But there are drawbacks to cast itself. Their platform really sucks. It does.
Well, there goes your sponsorship.
When we had over 20 people in there the other night, it kept freezing up on me and I was getting pissed off because I was constantly having to refresh it. And that's one of the gripes, is that sometimes it takes forever for your post to go. And sometimes you can type in a post and send it, and it won't come up, and then all of a sudden it's on the other side of you got to scroll down to it. So that's one of the things that Cast needs to improve on.
Yeah, it's a drawback.
I just think it's their server speed. I just think it's getting more and more popular, and it's just they need to expand their hardware.
I think there's some software things that need to be addressed too, because the system usage is unreal. I need to get that under control, because the longer, if you're using the app and not the cast web, it slows down over time.
Yeah, the app. I quit using the app because it would never let me go in.
Oh, wow.
And that was because they did an update that sucked. You know, this is about a month ago, and it's like everybody was having problems. I couldn't get on for like a week, and I was getting really, really pissed off. And I just needed to update it too.
Wow.
Yeah, see,
but still, as far as disseminating information, I mean, that's the best way to go.
Well, Stinker Van, that's sorry.
Go ahead.
Stinker Van, I certainly hope that's true. Because you being over there, and I guess you're a member, if I'm not mistaken. But what you saw yesterday, him going off on different people, but he doesn't have to talk about anybody to, you know, to draw people in. But that's the real him. That's the person he tries to not show on his channel, because it's just not good for business. He's a dual personality. And when he goes into somebody else's stream and potentially gets on their panels, he makes a total ass of himself, either wanting to show his penis or talking nasty, but he won't do that on his own. So that's why everybody can't stand him, because he goes for the gutter as soon as he's on somebody's panel. And then he wants to be the show. He thinks he's everything. Well, in his little head, he is. In the real world, not so much. He wanted to fight you in the octagon. Oh, please. He'd have to be able to lift his leg over the first turnbuckle in order to get in the ring. Yeah, just, you know, an observation there. Sorry, I'm reading the side chat. Yeah, he did act insane yesterday. Yeah, but that's the real him. That's when he takes a deep breath and crosses his arms, he's really trying to hold it together and not chimp.
Well, Sophia, I see you. Sorry, Colleen.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just telling Hemorrhoid Sufferer that they're not blocked. And Joe King's in the room.
Yay, Joe King.
Our leader.
That's right.
All right, Dan.
He's yeah, he's the king. What? Yeah. YouTube is satire. Yeah, that's me too. Well, and Stinker Van, he thinks I hate on him. The truth isn't hate. And the ridiculousness of it isn't hate. And if you've been around for any amount of time, you've seen the true Zaya at work. When I'm not even going to go down that road. I'm not even going to talk about it.
No, I wouldn't.
No. He's just he makes a total ass of himself. And if you think what you see on his channel is that's all he wants you to see.
Exactly. That's why
He
we're
is
here.
a dirty, disgusting, mind-numbing bore. He really is. Yeah, he got a little traction last night and the night before for chimping out. Well, that's what people want. People don't want the nice elbow. The nice elbow doesn't bring the people in. And maybe he just realized that. We kept telling him for months now. You got to open up your chat, man. If you want, you talking numbers, you got to open your chat. Apparently, he finally listened, or one of his handlers listened, and they agree. But he's still not going to get what he wants, and that's to be everyone's idol. He wants to be adored by everyone. He thinks everyone, because he's who he is, that we are obligated to give him money. No, we are not.
Well, what it comes down to is because he believes that because he was born and the only son in the family that he should be fawned over, and that's not going to happen.
Well, that's, when he told that story, the light finally went off. And I finally realized why he is like he is. He said that his grandmother wouldn't let anybody near him until he was 5. And then when he went to school, he didn't know how to act. He's never learned since then. He was coddled as a boy, as the matriarch of the family. And he turned out to be the Achilles heel of the family. And what his grandma did to raise him did him a disservice.
Exactly.
He was never taught manners, for one thing.
Nope.
He was never taught respect, because grandma told him everybody should respect you already. Well, that's not the case in the real world. You didn't have any social interaction with anybody else by your own saying from your grandmother, kept you separated. That's why you have such poor social skills, is because when you were learning social skills as a child, as a little child, as a baby, the nuances of social interaction, you didn't learn those things. And to me, that was like a light on moment. And then there's the so-called incident with his uncles, and I'm not going to go into that, and I'll leave it there. That's another very clear point of life that he never grew out of. That's why he acts like a 12-year-old boy. He rants and raves and shakes things and screams and yells because he doesn't have the ability to have any rational to the real life.
Colleen, Killing Time had a good comment right there. It's right at the bottom.
Yeah. Why didn't his parents want him? I don't know. I think it was because, I don't know if he's the youngest or in the middle. I don't know but what I think is that his mom had her hands full. And that's kind of the part of the role of grandmother in multi-generational homes. Or there's other reasons. I mean, who knows? I mean, his mother obviously has dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that, because of her situation. So I don't know, but I can just go by what he said. He's the youngest. Well, that explains everything then. He was a golden child. He was, his mother bore 4 other children just to get to him. Finally a male heir. And, well, we've seen what's happened to that family tree. Once again, the branches fall off and it's only a stick.
Never forks.
Nope.
Just straight up.
And when he says he's 100% Assyrian, there's only one way you can achieve that. If you keep it in the family. Let's see, after he didn't acknowledge your last donation. Well, there you go, Stinky. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about anybody in his side chat. The only reason he pays attention to the members one is because he actually thought that might work. Well, there you go, Dervit. But, and I think that something in the gene pool or something is amiss. Janet just is. She just kind of. I just don't get it. You know, the sister. Oh, she started sucking up again. Well, good for her. Well, you know, anybody who shows any interest in him, a couple of dollars, you know, he will continue to expect you, demand you to keep supporting him.
Make sure you mention the PayPal calling. How that works, because some people aren't aware.
Oh, the PayPal when he says it's anonymous?
Yeah, the information and giving friend to friend, that kind of thing. It all factors in this case.
Well, yeah, don't ever do PayPal. When he says it's anonymous, no, it's not. Because he has your personal information. What is on your credit card? And he's done this to many people in the past. Once you get the donation and he has your email or whatever, he continually bombards you with, you haven't paid your taxes yet. You haven't paid your tax. And he'll call you out on his channel and tell you that. Because enough is never enough. And because he is so inept at life in general and expects the world to take care of him, he's going to have a real hard fall to reality when he finally realizes, yes, the world has changed. Yes, all the things you're talking about, doom and gloom and everything, comes true. What is he going to do? People are not going to give their money away anymore. I, for one, I'm holding on to my money as tight as I can because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't, and especially here on the island, there are so many other factors here. But that's my choice. And I think most everybody is kind of in the same mindset as, I don't have dispendable cash anymore. You know, I have a budget now. I'm saving my money. Okay, let me read up a little bit. Elbo had docked some that had given on paper. Yes, he has. Yes. Be Wild. Be Wild is gone. Sherry Ann is gone. Linda Lou's gone. H.X. Amber is gone. Why do you think all these people who actually were trying to be friendly with him are now gone? Completely gone. Never a word. Not in other places. Not in other channels. Just poof, be gone. It's because he puts the shakedown on people. He tries to blackmail people. He just admitted to it this afternoon by going after Rosie. Yeah, IRC bullying. You know, all these people that are so-called, well, James Dean, he's still there, and James, whatever the other one is, the grower. But yeah, I mean, none of those people are in his side chat anymore, and they were the most prolific ones there for the longest time. And he's just butthurt to see Rosie's social blade and her videos and her numbers. Yeah, she may not have any right at the beginning, but people go back and watch hers. You know, when they're doing something or they're going somewhere, they do watch her. There's people that watch him, but 99% of them were just there for the train wreck. Oh, don't say you got brainwashed. You're your own thinker there, stinker. Oh, pun. No, you had a kind heart, and you took him for what you were seeing. But what you didn't see is what we've all seen. The real, not the ET, not Elbo, but Zaya, the man, the person, not the persona. And that individual is disgusting. He has got a filthy, nasty mind. He doesn't have a filter. He doesn't have boundaries. He doesn't have a personality. And he is just ew. I don't know what else. I mean, it's just ew. Yeah, and because he pissed him off, Olivia, he talked down to them, and that was the same thing that Banksy said. Was he started talking down to her? Yeah, you're a woman, Banksy. Hello. What did he just say today about women? He hates women, but he'll gladly take your money. Oh, and then try to take advantage of your kind heart. And that's all you did, Stinkerman. You just he plays a good game until he messes, until he triggers.
I'm just trying to be a gentleman.
All right.
Come on, chimp. Give me a break.
I know. I'm actually. That's why I was pausing. Is he still breathing? Can I hear him breathe? Hello, Ace. Are you there? Hello.
Yes, I'm still there. To the detriment of your stream, I am still here.
Yes, he not only an education of that, but his thinking ability, his problem solving skills, his ability to think through a situation. He doesn't have that. And let me tell you what's on his mind mostly.
Don't. No.
Is the dirty mind.
He did anyway.
But it's true.
It is true.
And if he ever calls you on the phone and you ever give him your phone number, oh my God, just please don't do that. The first thing he goes to is, so, you know, and the first is sexual out of his mouth. It's, well, you know, what can you do for me? Huh? You know? And that's the only reason that he feels women are put on this earth for.
No, VMAC, I'm not. You're not boring me. I'm afraid of being killed in my sleep.
Yes, Kitten Cat. I think there's a couple of people who probably did that and probably will continue to do that because, you know, they are a protected group, and you can't discriminate against, and you can't vilify a and the way he talks about LGBT, that's flaggable too. I say always didn't. You get Elvis. We don't hate Elvis. That's, and we don't hate him either. Yet we think very poorly of him And I
Hold
can only
on.
speak for myself.
Stop.
I know what you're going to say.
You're not speaking for me, Joe,
I
and
know.
VMAC.
I know. I had to. I backpedaled. I put the brakes on as soon as I went to say that. But for me, I don't hate him. Actually, I used to feel pity for him. I don't anymore. He's just nothing. He really isn't. Why I do this? I don't know. Because I'm bored. Because I don't want to have another person taken advantage of who doesn't know the whole picture. Because at first, I had blinders on. I didn't know who he was. And actually, the first interaction I had with him, and this is, nobody probably even knows this, but I was on Rosie's panel, the first time I was ever on a panel. And we were done. It was me, Rosie, Vixen, Elbo, Miss Glamorous Life or whatever. What's her name? Cat. And a couple other people. We were done with the hangout, and I ripped into him. And that was the first thing that he heard from me was ripping him apart. So it ended, and my first time into a hangout, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to get out of it. So it went down, and it went private, went to the back. And what does he do? The first thing he asked me, he says, "Hey, what does this sound like?" And I paused for a second, and I heard what it was, and it was like I turned my stomach. And then Vixen Vegas is laughing in the background, and he starts asking me all these sexual questions, and it's like, dude, I'm not going to answer those because, frankly, you're disgusting. And frankly, who are you to even ask me those questions? So that was my first experience to him. That probably set the tone for the whole thing, because then I said to myself, well, who is this asshole? I need to figure out who this asshole is, and I did. I educated myself. Yeah, she is. And once I started educating myself who he was and who he is, I was appalled. I was dumbfounded. And that was before the Tucker thing. That was, gosh, it's been 2 years, 2.5 years now, I think. But that's what he does. If somebody ever calls him on the phone, he goes straight to the nasty talk. And that's who the real Zaya is. He is a creep. He's a cringe. He's like, ugh. That greasy Middle Eastern dude that you just, you can smell him coming. Ew. And that's who he is. He is that nasty persona. The persona that people see on his Elvis travels, that's a fake. The one talking nasty, that's the real man. And that's the one that people need to be wary of. And he has handlers. He has people, just like he couldn't do a single thing without getting Rosie's okay and a pat on the back. But once he's not doing it and she was, he gave her all kinds of instructions. Well, you need to do this. Well, you need to do that. But if he's doing something, he can't make the decision on what to do next. He didn't know if he should staple it here or move it and staple it there. Do I want 3 in a row here? He couldn't make the simplest of decisions. And it goes straight back to his childhood, where he wasn't expected to figure out things in life. He has no coping skills. He has no problem-solving skills. He wants everybody to solve his problems for him. And that, folks, is the bottom line. Yeah, exactly, VMAC. Yes. Yes and yes. Well, it now that I look back on the people that were in that, there's a reason why all those people stuck together and still do. But I think that he's burnt all of his bridges with his former collaborators. So I don't think that's going to happen much. Oh, Narse. What to say about Narse? Well, just he's probably lucky he's on the West Coast and not in Chicago where his uncle could take advantage of him. Because Elbo never keeps a secret. He told us where Narse worked, what he was doing, where he was living. You know, and if you tell him something in confidence, you can bet your bottom dollar that everybody that he's connected to knows what you told him. He cannot keep a secret. He has no loyalties. He only thinks about him. Yeah, it's just exactly Cheryl. Yeah, just whatever. Yeah, exactly, VMAC. Yeah. You know, just like telling the story about the girl that Darcy went up to visit in Sacramento. Well, how did we all know the sordid details unless your uncle told us? I mean, really. Yeah, and that video with the two of them sitting in the car, I would imagine Narcy doesn't like that video and doesn't want anybody to see that video.
Yeah, well, I have it.
I know you do.
And I added to it.
It's in so many different places, though, Ace. There's no way that they could flag them all because they can't pull all of them up. You got to know the name of it, or or that. Yeah. So.
But that's why I went to other platforms, and I post my stuff on Twitter instead of YouTube. My stuff is unlisted on here. I appreciate the subs, but I'm not going to post publicly anymore to that channel.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yep. Everybody who has one, raise their hands. Oh, but you know what? That video was absolutely and 100% correct. They're right. They were right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the sick part about it, is that when they did that, they meant it. And actually, that was fact. After that, not so much. But he's still going, on what happened in 2015. Well, I didn't know. I did it as a social experiment. Well, I saw Amanda May get all that money. And I said, yeah, and look where Amanda May is now. She's back. But of course the video the one he struck on Adventures was the one where Amanda's spilling the beans. And let me tell you, Amanda May holds all the secrets.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Wasn't she in Cast before?
I don't think so.
No?
I have that video because Dave posted it, and then I got it for myself and edited out the other stuff that I had. So it's like, I don't know, 2 hours long, maybe at the most.
And see, a lot of these, I don't, not to be harsh or anything, but all these old timers over here, VMAC, Ice, Joe, Leanie, Cheryl, VMAC, have been around.
Wait. I'm old too.
I stand corrected. Yes, you did out yourself earlier in this chat.
Well, if you can't out yourself, who can you out? What the fuck?
Right? Yeah, that exactly, P2E. Yeah. And that's the stuff that he's trying to eliminate.
Yes.
Because I know he's watched my streams before because he's commented on him. And there's only one way he would know that unless he listened. And one of those was telling him, hey, you need to get a job and your social footprint is so huge, you'll be lucky to get any kind of job because your whole life is out there and it's not pretty. And there's not one employer that would hire you after watching you for 5 minutes because they would realize that you don't want to work in the first place. You want to be the boss and you don't want to listen. You don't want to follow the simplest of instructions, also known as the prime trucking job. And he says he quit. No, he was fired. Why? Doc Zayas, tell them all why he got fired. You know, I know. Yep, because he couldn't follow the simplest of instructions.
I'm going to grab the link for that video.
Okay. And there's 2 people in the truck so he could masturbate. So, there's one reason right there to quit. And that's the reason why he's lost many other jobs. Is because he just can't keep his hands off his shit. He's his own best friend, but my God, not everywhere you go and everything you do does that have to play in. That's disgusting. Yeah, he couldn't follow the simplest of instructions. Exactly. Word for word. Right there. There you go. Hey, I see aloha. Oh, yeah. Oh, and somebody put one out, and I found a really obscure one of his. And they did a parody of him when he's talking about squatting in a field. He and that's it. He has censor. Sorry. Yeah, the anonymous phone call. Another glowing example of him not having the mental capacity past 12 years old. He was giggly like a little schoolgirl. And he tries to be all big and bad. I'm the best. I'm an alpha male. An alpha male wouldn't do the things he does, wouldn't act the way he does.
Hold on. Stop. First of all, he would respect women. If he disrespects women this way publicly, how does he treat his mother when she's not being used for his monetary gain?
Yep. Right there. There you go. Or for views.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I've always been told you judge a man by the way he treats his mother.
Exactly.
And I think that holds very true.
Oh, it does. I tell women that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I tell women that, if it has tires or testicles, it's going to fail you at some point.
Yep.
I mean, that's just the way life is. But I digress.
If he really cared about his mother like he says he does, he would make it a point to go see her more than once every 3 months. I mean, they're in the same city. And he wants to tell me to go see my grandchildren. Don't think that I don't want to, and don't think I didn't have it planned. Sorry if the world changed in the middle of all that. You know, that's one of those things you can't control.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks men are beneath him too, Greg. It's not just women. He thinks everyone is below him. He puts himself on the highest pedestal that he can't even see us. We don't matter. We're like ants on the ground.
Well, you have to remember too that he has called himself the Assyrian god.
Yes,
That's
and
on
any
video.
man who calls himself a god and then wants you to pray for him in the same breath. I don't even know how that works. I
know it's not even redundant.
It's not something that the average mind would even go to.
No, not at all.
And his grandmother must have told him, "Oh, you're a beautiful boy. You'll rule the world someday." Blah blah blah. You know. Well, Granny, he's become a suicide bomber.
Well,
that was probably not the best thing to say, but
it works until you get flagged. But anyway,
sorry to any mothers I may have offended.
It's been a systemic failure since he was born, if you want to look at it that way. That's the way I see it. From birth up until now, people have failed him all along this path that he's taken.
Yep. And that's it, VMAC. Yeah. His own community doesn't want him around because of his attitude, because he thinks he's better than everybody else, and because he thinks he's entitled to anything he wants, that he can ogle at girls and their brothers and uncles not see it, not say inappropriate things to a young girl without their father or brother or uncle coming after his ass. What do you want? You gotta go potty? Are you hungry? Do you want to eat? Sorry, the dogs. What? Oh, you hear the pigs again. Oh, you're not going out there today. No. Nope, and I'm here too. They're right out there. Yep, nope. Nope, you're not going out. Nope. Hang it up, kid. No. Don't bug me.
You know what, Greg? I agree with that. And there's probably kids at the age of 10 that have more life experiences than he's had. 16 at most.
Yeah, exactly, Greg. Yep. And I used to develop work skills to young adults, and I never even closely had anyone come through that is in more need of direction, structure, education, world life skills than him.
All right.
I mean, even kids who would come out of the foster care system, who have been bounced from house to house to house to house most of their life, and when they turn 18, they get booted out the door. Well, they come to our organization, and we teach them, money skills, how to fill out an application, how to get an apartment, and all this stuff. He doesn't know any of this stuff. Oh, shoot. Hold on, I gotta plug in. I'm wondering, why is that little icon lit up? Okay, now that's why the screen went dim. Okay.
Here's the thing, though.
But yeah, I mean,
you can't teach him anything. He's untrainable.
No. Yeah, that's kind of the point I was getting to. I
was trying to be deep there. I'm sorry, I failed.
No, Hurry up, Colleen, finish your story. But yeah, that's what I have you for. Well, oh my.
Yeah.
My laptop's having issues. Hold on. Don't start. We're not going outside. Yep. Dumber than dumb. And just for I'm going to use this as two examples on the blaring light of his immaturity. And the first one was out in the desert shooting a gun. Now, if you haven't seen that video,
I
highly suggest it as being one of your top 10 favorites.
Hold on. I'm working on it.
And Ace will be so kind as to put the link in the side chat.
That's all I do over here. I'm Ed McMahon.
You're Ed McMahon.
Have to love me for my voice. I don't take myself too seriously, as you know.
No, that's it.
How long have we been friends? A year? 2 years?
Oh, at least, yeah.
I don't take myself seriously. It's not worth it.
No, that's why you and I can sleep at night. Because we're not worried about the world coming knocking on our door asking us, what's up.
Well, there's other reasons for me sleeping, but I won't go into that right now.
Well, metaphorically speaking.
2 times a day, See, I knew you'd know what I was.
Yeah, you're playing handball against the curb with me, right?
Yes, I am. I am damn proud of it. There you go.
Hey, Jackie Blue, aloha.
I know my place. Between VMAC and you, I know where I'm at. Good God.
Get back in your chair.
I'm afraid VMAC will kill me in my sleep, and I'm afraid you'll degrade me verbally.
Jeez. I know, with those teeth, I don't know. It kind of scared me too. But
good morning, Jackie Blue.
The gun range video is very telling on his insecurities.
And his
the inability to think for himself, constantly turning back around, almost pointing the gun back at them because he needs an affirmation that he's doing it correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. Point, pull the trigger. Point. No, not at me. At the target. And pull the trigger.
For me, what it was, and I don't know if you feel.
Then it's you, and take your military stance like you're holding the rocket launcher. One leg back, one leg forward, or flexed. Arms straight out. Trigger, pull. Hey, and when he's standing next to Rosie, he's not 2 inches taller than her. I'm sorry. He's only 5'6". And the other telling video is the moped. I mean the
mini
bike video.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I have to look this up again.
You can. I mean, we've all only if they want to see it.
I want to see it because he couldn't hold my Harley up. He'd drop it on his ankle.
Well, I saw that, and I'm rolling on the floor laughing my ass off because he wants to call me out not being able to straddle a Harley. I don't have any problem with that. He, on the other hand, couldn't even straddle and could barely touch the ground on a mini bike. 50cc. Mind you, the Harley was a 1200, 10 times more than what that mini bike was. And those are just 2 glaring examples of he can't make a decision. He doesn't know what to do. He wants people to tell him what to do because he doesn't want to make a mistake. So he just doesn't do anything.
That's actually a great point.
Well, it's just an observation, whether it be right or wrong. That's what I've seen, and that's what I discern from it. And it's just blaring examples of, and also in Kitchen Stadium. Who boils steak? And he wants to call me out on cooking skills? Oh, please! I used to teach it for a career.
Okay, let me say something real quick. I'm sorry,
Yes.
but the mini bike video, Elbo, that's on your channel. So if you want to flag yourself for it, have at it. You ain't too smart there, boy. Put your own video up on your own channel. Go ahead and flag yourself. All right, Dion.
Don't tell him that. That would be hilarious.
I hate to give him the view, but hey, Miss Kitty. Good evening.
Oh, what do you want? I'm trying to ignore him, if you can tell.
Joe King just had the comment, his last comment, almost halfway up the screen. He's absolutely correct.
That one? There you go. Yep. Joe King quote of the day.
Yep.
Stop it. You just want to go chase the pig, and we're not going to do that. Turd. He's mad at me because I didn't take him to the PARK today. But I'm just trying to stay home. I'm not trying to go much of any place right now. All right. Well, we've hit the 2-hour mark.
And we're still rolling.
Right? And we haven't killed anybody. We haven't maimed anybody. We've not even arrested anybody. So all in all, it's a good day.
Well, close to killing somebody. But
yeah, it's not over yet. I didn't say that.
I've got a couple. I got like an 8-hour drive to Chicago, so anything's possible.
Yeah. Could I be in Pennsylvania? Why, you dig that cup out of the dumpster? Jeez. Yeah, he can't ride a mini bike, right? And he wants to call me out on my motorcycle abilities. And also, I can shoot better than he can too. Just saying. I'm duck hunt. I killed every one of those little birds. I was very good. I was better than my children. But then along came Donkey Kong, and I lost interest. I didn't get it.
Yeah, but Donkey Kong was first.
Oh. Oh, like, pardon.
No, well, I'm just saying.
House. Not in our house. We never got the main stuff. We had to wait for the generic version to come through.
Well, yeah, I mean that happens. But yeah.
And we called ours donkey, not donkey, but mule. Yeah, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh.
But yeah, well, you look at last night. He built up last night's supposed trashing of everybody, and really did nothing.
Right. It's like, okay, come on. Where's the chimp? Come on, chimp. Come on.
Where's the beef?
Yeah. Where's your proof? Where's your, it's clickbait, folks. It's all clickbait.
Yep. It's all clickbait. Same. Well, my opinion is, and I know there's people in here that probably like Rosie, but there's clickbait titles that go on. And with the pictures as well. I don't hate Rosie. I'm neutral. But Elbo,
Yeah, that's kind of the same way I feel. It's like, Rosie, go do what you want. Knock yourself out. But You know, every place she's gone, I've seen before. I used to live there, so I mean, it's not much anything new for me on a chooch. So, but all right, I think I'm going to go bid adieu and aloha to everyone. Thanks for coming in. It's always
Thanks for
fun.
having me, Colleen. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Ace. I really appreciate you too. And
Good night to the side chat. Take care.
yep,
I'm done.
it's afternoon here, so I still have time to do something. You know, but everybody have a wonderful week and safe Labor Day. I think it is next week.
Yes.
Yes. Be safe out there. Wear your masks. And until next time, aloha.